pulling out a tampon and putting it in a girl's mouth.
Never ever again.
Your soul smells so good in my life.
We are here at Rise. I'm super excited to be here. It's going to be an amazing show.
Who was your very first opponent?
It was a tag match against Chantel Taylor, who went on to be Taylor Wilde, and Tiana Ringer.
Oh man, it was a tag match. It was me and Devin Nicole against Amber O'Neal and Amanda Rodriguez.
My very first opponent was Lexi Fife in Douglas, Wyoming on my birthday 1 billion years ago.
I think it was my trainer back then. His name was Doug Summers. I was like an intergender match. It was like forever ago, so I don't really remember.
Ours? This particular avatar?
My very first opponent was a wrestler called Alice in Wonderland, but she now wrestles as Harley Wonderland. But same person, but she changed her name about 2 years into wrestling, maybe 3. So same.
Chastity, and it was at a Steve Carino show down in Hubert, North Carolina.
My first match was a very fast one. It was against a woman named Toxis.
That's difficult to say when we were split with the shards. Probably Doom. Maybe. Yeah. Or that little girl in Los Angeles. Samara. It might have been her. Yes, this particular avatar, we decided to beat up a child and then recruit this one into our family.
What would be like a dream match for you to have?
Oh, there's so many.
The Young Bucks. Put the Sea Stars with the Young Bucks.
Them
Brothers
or the Iconics, because I really love them.
I knew I liked you guys.
You know, I would say that it's Mercedes. Yeah, I had one before, but I would like to have another one. Yeah, Mercedes Martinez, and just go.
Any type of stipulation?
The one where she can't whoop my ass. Is that one?
Okay.
Yeah. That would be the stipulation. But no, like I probably want to no DQ because I just want to go in. I just want to go in. Yeah. Mercedes Martinez, you versus old Big Swole. No DQ. Don't beat me.
When I very first started wrestling, Trish Stratus was my all-time favorite. I loved her so much. So obviously I would love to step in the ring with her. That would be, if I could have anybody, it would definitely be, yeah, it'd be a good one. I think the 16-year-old in me would be very, very happy. Yeah, be like, good job, yeah.
That's so tricky because there's so many amazing wrestlers. Okay, for me, I think it would be really cool to be in the ring with like the Bucks or the Elite. We could have some crazy like 6-man tag match or something like.
Super kick party.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love that. Like I feel like they could teach me how to throw a proper one because mine's a little shaky. But yeah, I think they would be my choice. I love those guys.
I don't know. I don't necessarily say that I have like a dream match. I just like to wrestle opponents that can go toe to toe with me and wrestle as many places as possible.
What's like your favorite place to go to like after a show to eat and like kind of just chill?
When you're a wrestler or you're in the wrestling business, a lot of the time these shows go until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and you don't end up eating until you leave at like midnight or 1 in the morning. So you end up eating fast food or at diners.
Definitely where all the girls are at or where the guys are at. Just go out, have a good time, get good food, burgers, just like eat up, soak it all in. Like
Wherever everyone else is going, we want to be because we like, let's hang out now. Like, show's over.
If there's karaoke involved too, because we can sing.
I don't know why, but I love McDonald's fries so much. They're like the perfect fry. The salt on them, so good.
Denny's, because we don't have Denny's in Australia. In Australia, the only thing you can eat at like midnight or after 10 p.m. is McDonald's because that's the only thing that's 24 hours. So whenever I come to America and I can go eat Denny's and get like an actual meal, like I know that Americans are like, Denny's, that's not an actual meal. But like when all you live off is McDonald's back home at midnight, having Denny's is like a godsend.
If it varies because I like to find places that have good food. Like if anybody knows me, they know that I will find that place. It's like I have something in my nose, I just sniff it out. So, but usually I'm going for either a taco vibe or something bad where I can feel like, I've accomplished something.
A little greasy?
A little greasy. Just a little bit of grease.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my favorite thing, I have like a few things that it's like, okay, so when I get home after a show, I always make vegan pizza, and then I put maple syrup on the crust, which is like my secret weapon. It's so good. And then I always finish off with some kind of dairy-free ice cream. Right now, it's So Delicious oat milk ice cream. Peanut butter and jelly. Oh my god.
Anywhere there's a bar.
All of the avatars are different, darling. Whatever we go up for. We do like a meat raw.
Like medium rare?
Yes. Our meat suit is mortal after all, so we do still have to eat the same things you do to sustain it. It's just very inefficient, to say the least. In our realm, all we would eat was souls.
Like soul food?
No, souls.
I love soul food, like fried chicken.
The thing that makes you live.
Okay.
Or not necessarily live. Your meat suit can exist without the soul, but existing and living are two different things.
That is true. I like the way you think. Who is your biggest inspiration in wrestling?
Probably The Undertaker, because he's very theatrical, he's very captivating, and he brings out a different kind of emotion from the fans, and I always admired that.
For me, one of the biggest inspirations in wrestling has to be Mick Foley. He was one of the first bigger interviews that I was able to achieve in my interviewing career, and since then he has been a friend, he's been someone I can go to for advice, and just an overall really lovely man, so he's definitely one of them.
So what would be one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to you in your career?
I've had plenty of embarrassing things happen, but the one that popped up like immediately, like when you asked me, one time I had a shirt with like spaghetti straps, and in the middle of my match, like both spaghetti straps like popped. My top stayed on. Everything like stayed on miraculously, but like it was like probably like one of my very like first 10 matches ever. Never ever again.
Once I fell getting out of the ring, and then I lucha rolled onto the floor. And the second time was I was running down the ramp at Impact, and I literally I tried to get into the ring, but I fell. And when they aired it on TV, thank God they cut it, so they could. Oh my God, it was the worst. Yeah.
First time I ever ring announced, it was for a promotion, and they weren't really letting me do the voice I wanted. It was just not natural, and I really didn't like it a lot. So going out there and just having this like the following, like I cringed thinking about it. So that was super embarrassing, and now I've done ring announcing since then. That was about a year and a half back. I found my voice. I feel confident just walking into the ring. So it has changed, just to let everyone know, but that's pretty embarrassing to think about.
So I have to tag with my sister. Having Domi as a sister in general, not even in the ring, but yeah, just going on the road trips. I think that's pretty embarrassing.
Ooh, there's a little bit of a feud between you guys.
I was in the crowd watching my now husband wrestle, and my friend snorted while I was drinking a bottle of water, and then I vomited on myself in the crowd, and there was like 20 people in the crowd, so they all knew that Shazza McKenzie just vomited. Like, I choked on the water and like vomited it. Yeah, so that's definitely the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me.
You never get embarrassed. Everything has life lessons.
Oh, another time I was coming down the ramp and I got my foot stuck in between the gap between the ring and the ramp. Oh, no. And I literally just had to sit down, and Kiera Hogan was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm stuck." And literally they had to stop the show and get someone to move the ring for me.
Oh my God.
My life.
In my career? Oh, I thought you were going to say in my life. I was like, I don't have that one on deck. I ate a fruit roll-up, but I ate it so fast is that I forgot the little bit of plastic that's on the roll-up inside. Like, I got the rest of it, but just the one that's in the fold. I forgot because I rolled it up and I just like put it in my mouth. And yeah, I paid the price. That plastic had to come out.
What would you say has been the biggest highlight of your career thus far?
Either my tours of Japan or the Mae Young Classic was definitely a big one. My most recent incident of pulling out a tampon and putting it in a girl's mouth.
You want to taste the tuna?
Yeah! One of those three.
Probably the 2 times I've gotten to wrestle on NXT. Probably the first one more so because I got to wrestle Tennille, so Emma, just because I was her last match before she went to WWE, and so to have that all come full circle and then wrestle her in WWE was pretty cool.
I've had a lot of great highlights. I don't know if I can pick a big one. I mean, for me, it was a big one. Was like my first time going to Japan when I was 19 years old. That was like a huge deal. And then like, working for Impact and working for other like big stuff. So like, there's a couple, but like those 2 like really stand out. Yeah.
The Mae Young Classic, the second night, I had a match. It was myself and Candice LeRae versus Ginny and Killer Kelly, and they let me do the whole big fanfare and get the pin, and also go and celebrate with my daughter. So she was like, "That's my mom," and it was such a great thing. Almost like teared up.
Bound for Glory in Ottawa. I wrestled Gail Kim and Sienna. Yes, that was really special because it was in Canada. and it was like Gail's last match with Impact, so that was really special. Gosh, me and Rosemary have had some pretty crazy matches that are all very memorable. We had a cage match in Smash. We had a really crazy no DQ match in Smash also, which is really out of my comfort zone. So that was really cool.
Being backstage at All In, that's what comes to mind. That was just a magical night, and being chosen to be a part of it, that was a dream come true.
You have to understand, this particular avatar is rather new to the world, and we've just been enjoying ourselves so much and just taking. People call us greedy, but we just say that we're just enjoying ourselves. We've culminated a new family. This is them. Our lovely new family. What a lovely family portrait.
What's a gimmick you would like to steal?
Ooh, steal. I'd want to be someone in makeup. So maybe like a Rosemary or a Holly Dead. I feel like when you have that facade, it's almost like you're this outer, more amplified being of yourself, and you can almost get away with doing crazier stuff. So I'd like to be either like a masked person or someone with like some really cool makeup.
Would you prefer to win via pinfall or submission?
It's really validating when someone taps out. I guess I probably win more matches with pinfall, but I do enjoy a good submission finish because it's just such a like they have to tap, they have to say
You broke that.
Yeah, like they have to be like, no, I give up. Like they don't have to say it, but they have to physically. If their body just gives up and their mind doesn't, it's not the same. Yeah, it's still winning, but it's not as validating.
Dream musician to work with on like entrance music.
I have a favorite radio station I listen to. It's called Soma FM, and it's this underground DJ in San Francisco. It's my favorite music to listen to, so if he could mix something for me, I would have that DJ do something for sure.
We know you just signed with AEW, so congratulations. So what are some of your goals for 2019?
Oh my gosh, that is such a deep question.
To not damage our meat suit again.
Our definite goal right now is to get to Japan. Don't know if it's happening, but so much has happened, so might as well aim high for it.
Definitely, I agree with Delmy. Japan, we're coming for you, Japan. You're next. You are next.
My goals are really just to wrestle everywhere. I want to go to more countries and just wrestling more opponents because I don't really have a specific set goal. I'm just trying to do everything, all of it.
To keep looking young, to the Benjamin Button thing, trying to work on my fitness, work on my beauty. You know?
Well, you're doing a good job, You look great.
Thank you. No, just trying to stay in the game. I mean, TikTok, I've been doing this a long time, but, I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah.
Conquer. I'm just trying to get that swole out there so everybody just automatically know who I am.
I think we know.
I mean, not everybody know. When I get to the UK and, to Germany, then everybody will know. Yeah, that's the word conquer. I'm trying to conquer.
I don't know. I would have to really think about that, but I'm just really excited to kind of make my mark with the company, and it's so special because it's new and I'm starting with them at the beginning, and it's just so cool, and I'm just really happy and excited. Yeah, I'm pumped for 2019. 2018 was a good year, but I really think 2019 it's gonna top it.
Knock it out, girl.